CHIIHIRO, run! CHIIHIRO, run! CHIIHIRO, run! What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here from Fat. I do it too. Have it on me. And keep it on me at all times. You know, fun fact. I mean, like, come on now. It's literally peak Kagurabachi. It's peak every week. We got a thick, medium, double review this week. So I'm a little bit excited. And we got a whole lot to talk about. So let's not waste more time. Let's jump right into chapter 108 of Kagurabachi, which is known as, I don't know. But let's get to it. To a samurai, life is nothing more than the fuel we burn for our ideal world. If our goals are different, we fight to the death. Nothing more. But CHIIHIRO, you're my sister's son. If possible, I'd prefer not to kill you. That is, you know what? I'll get more Soga, man. Like, it's crazy. He's barely had 3 chapters, bro. He's barely had 3 chapters. He may already be in my top 5 new gen villains. That's so crazy to say, though, right? Like, that's insane. That's insane. I don't know what it is. Hokuto Sensei has been cooking just generally. Like, there's a reason it's been 100+ chapters. Now, 100, probably 9, considering, you know what I'm not going to be peak to. 100 straight chapters, 109 straight chapters of peak. But I think the peakest peaks that's Hokuto Sensei's hit, as crazy as the character of Samura was and is, I hope that, because I'm scared, but regardless, I hope that stays it is and not a was. But as crazy as the character of Samura is, as crazy as the character of CHIIHIRO is, a crazy character, I almost said the wrong name there, Hakuri is, all these characters, the villains, man. It's literally, like Hokuto Sensei said, I'm gonna pour straight peak into all my protagonist characters, but the antagonist as well, let me just straight pour nothing but straight 100% gas in them. And they're hitting on all cylinders. And the reason I say that specifically after this first little speech that I immediately messed up, the thing I like about this is that he still is babying CHIIHIRO, right? Like, think about what Soga just found out. The N10 is hard countering his abilities, right? Seemingly, it is flat out immune, at least according to last chapter. CHIIHIRO now has a way to at least combat him. But at the end of the day, he's like, dude, you're still my nephew. I don't agree with who you are. I don't agree with what your daddy did, with what my brother-in-law did. Not a thing. But you're still my nephew. At the end of the day, despite Akimura Soga being this undeniable, monstrous, transcendent creature, like, it feels crazy to call him a creature, but like, you should look at this guy. This guy's not normal. I think the one thing we can all come to a collective consensus on is that Akimura Soga is not normal. And with that being the case, I love it at that base core, despite Soga being a person who's so heavily defined by this ideal, right? The ideal of a samurai and the focus on putting forth what he believes to be true and what he believes to be necessary, because he is absolute, right? If no one can beat him, then no one can prove his ideals wrong. I like that at his core, he's still a person. He's like, you're my baby. I held you when you were this big. I spent real money on your bib mid-war. I don't want to do this to you, Brody. That, like, I don't know. And I think it hits particularly because I am relatively younger, and I did have multiple uncles or older cousins, who might as well have been uncles, who, whenever I would challenge them in anything, they'd be like, just don't make me do you like this. You're in this case, literally, I still remember my uncle saying something along these lines of, you're my nephew. You're my sister's kid. Don't make me do this to you, but and then of course I didn't know any better. And I feel like that. I think this is where CHIIHIRO's gonna backfire, bro. I think he's not gonna run. The thing that gets it, because the way y'all been talking about this chapter, and then the way y'all talked about the next chapter, the way I've been lucky enough to dodge a lot of spoilers, but the horror stories I've heard, just like the terror I've been warned about for this chapter. I'm afraid CHIIHIRO's gonna be me. He's gonna be young and stupid and go up against his uncle, being like, I don't want to do this to you, gang. Please chill. And he's gonna die straight in. But like, CHIIHIRO, I don't think you're ready. You're not, like, this is real. You just left Twilight Town. Here's Zemnis. Here's Zemnis, Gangaroonie. Oh, congratulations. You just beat Destiny Islands and some, baby boy. Let's go. Oh, you just left Olympus. Oh, Xehanort. Like straight pulling the final boss through. So Chihiro, run! Let's see. I have to stop you. Fighting is my no. We've already faked him out once. There's no like he's not gonna die. But I mean, I get it. I get it to some degree, right? Because in Chihiro's mind, the second he leaves, right? The second he's like, "Alright, Unc, you're a little bit too much for me. Deuces." Soga's gonna kill Hakuri. He legit, he needs a third party. He needs a third party, or he needs to let Samura get up and then have Samura get the because they're truly the unfortunate thing right now. And as much as I wish Chihiro would run, the unfortunate thing right now, there is no win con. This is truly a scenario where Chihiro can't win. But now the question is, unironically, I mean, we'll see. We got 2 chapters, so we'll see. But unironically, we're in a situation where Chihiro can't win. The question is, how badly is he going to lose? Like incapacitation? Like losing an arm? Like what is Soga gonna do to this boy? Since he thinks that fighting is the only thing there is. Especially with, I don't like the idea that Soga's laying out, if our goals are different, we fight to the death. Nothing. I don't like that he's laying that out. Please, a little bit of nepotism. Save Chihiro's life right now. Please. Let's see. Oh, okay. They both leapt into the darn. They jumped. That's okay. I do love this though. They jumped so hard that they shatter the ground and send Samura's limp body flying. That's crazy. Let's see. Oh, well, there we go. Chapter 108, N10 versus Magatsumi. Okay. You know the... Unfortunately, I'm gonna put it like this. Unless Chihiro truly just got Giga Super Crazy Omega buffed. The main issue that Chihiro runs in here, and it comes from the fact of what people point out. When Soga neutralized with Samura, it wasn't using the EI White Purity style, it was using regular EI. There was no Magatsumi involved. The engine can negate the Magatsumi. Fantastic. Cool, delicious, but it's not enough. It's like, what's a good example? It's like if you were to take the Kamehameha and all Ki blasts away from Goku. That doesn't matter, gang. You still have to fight Goku! That's the thing here. Chihiro, I don't care if you negate the Magatsumi, bro. He's gonna fry you! I'm so scared, bro. N10 versus Magatsumi. Let's see. Alright. Okay, interesting though. So, I mean, who knows? There may be a little bit of off-screen interaction, but I love how Chihiro says, fighting's my only option, and he's immediately on the defensive. I mean, what else? Is he really gonna be on the defensive? But still, that needs to be like, okay, wait. He's like, I know I just need to run this favor now, but please, unks, please. Let's see. Oh, okay, so that's interesting. So even he is feeling it. That's unique. So that does go to show how high Chihiro has climbed already comparatively. Because remember, Samura, who was already faltering on his ideals, was definitely nowhere near as strong as Soga. This, that, and the third. He felt it, and he tingled. He wiggled his toes. He linked in between, and just barely managed to chip Tobimune. And that was it. He never got it. He was nowhere near to ever breaking Tobimune. That was one of the big issues. This someone was like, gang, you can't do this to me. You're not touching the Magatsumi. But the idea that Chihiro off one clash, mind you. I know the N10 is specifically meant to counter Magatsumi. It seems like now, it's funny, now that I'm looking at it backwards, or working backwards, now it feels like N10 being able to destroy the other enchanted blades is a byproduct of them being able to destroy the core and heart piece of all the other enchanted blades. The only reason Chihiro was able to do that is because N10 being specifically described or created to destroy the Magatsumi, it's it's specifically a knock-on effect. So maybe this could just be N10 upscale, but I also think this is a good case of CHIIHIRO upscale, where he's able to make Soga feel anything at all. Because remember, Soga and the Magatsumi are so intertwined at this point. The fact that he's like having this moment of like shaking, or of like essentially the blade is actually buzzing in his hands. That goes to show that CHIIHIRO off one clash was enough. Let's see. Destroy the enchanted blades. Don't attempt the impossible. You aren't fully healed, are you? Yeah. Yeah, that's a bad, and that's in like he's so fried. And honestly, this sounds crazy, but I think one of the most important things you need to be able to do, in like serious context, right? Obviously, as a notorious Pokemon Showdown player, I played out games where I'm like, yeah, I'm fried. I made a mistake. My team wasn't built properly for this, so I'll play out a whole game. But that's nonsense, right? Like, it doesn't matter. But I think it is very important, a general thing in life, and this is something I still struggle with to this day. So, no, this is me speaking, but not always being able to follow my own advice. Sometimes you need to know when to walk away. Sometimes you need to cut your losses. Sometimes we're not even. The sunk cost fallacy is a real thing that you don't want to fall into. Don't fall too far down a rabbit hole just because you started digging it. If you know what I'm talking about. And this is one of those cases. But at the same time, it isn't just sunk cost fallacy here for CHIIHIRO. It's the idea that if he leaves, everyone dies. Or at least everyone he cares about dies. So he's in a really bad scenario. At best, CHIIHIRO would need to, like I mentioned earlier, have SAMURA teleport Hakurei and, like, presumably all of his allies out and, like, run as far as possible from Soga, hoping he can't track them. And Oshiba needs to teleport and do the same thing. Like, it's really rough right here. Let's see. You aren't fully healed, are you? Up, SAMURA? But it looks like SAMURA's healing. All right, SAMURA, please get people warping. Let's see. Oh, okay. Against the Magatsumi's power to continually consume life force, Suzaku's restorative powers hardly stem the tide. There is a limit to its effect against this Shinichi's cataclysmic power. So wait! Hold on, let me read the rest though, before I go into it. As the Shinichi, the true striker, the Magatsumi is in a different class from the other enchanted blades. Okay. He's been sandbagging. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it's supposed to be. That means he's been sandbagging for the Magatsumi's powers to be stemmed at all by Suzaku to the point where CHIIHIRO and SAMURA resisting it at all. That means he's legit been holding it back. Because if it truly is an entirely different class, then just being in the it shouldn't have worked at all. So and once again, this is one of those cases where part of me is like, do I not like that because it feels like it's contradictory, like the narrator saying one thing but the story showing another? No, I think ultimately this all feeds into the character work of Soga and why he's such an interesting character and why he's climbing up the ranks in terms of being one of my favorite New Gen villains. Or like, I guess is he part of the New Gen? Is the New Gen a thing? I don't know. Like My Hero Academia ending, I feel like that does kind of signify an end. But like, what JJK? Technically, because I don't know. It's weird. I'm not sure. I guess we'll still stick with it being New Gen. Everything post 2000s is like New Gen. Does that make sense? That may make sense. It may not make sense. I don't know. But with that being the case, in terms of all this, I think this feeds into the character work of Soga, right? He's sandbagging because he likes both of the people that he's fighting right now, right? He was comrades and understood SAMURA. Like, that was a thing. Of course he's holding back against him. And CHIIHIRO is his nephew. Of course he's going to hold back against him. And honestly, it's the idea that I've heard before and I've been told before, and I've seen it. Obviously, one of the most famous examples of it iterated is, what adult would go full force when fighting me? Oh, I just realized that, this is a really cool image of this too. This is the wings of Crow, the wings of Tobimune being grown over by the flowers of the Magatsumi. Very cool imagery there. But what adult would go full force when fighting mere children? That is like another layer to it. This goes to the idea of his power as a main villain and the level of disrespect that goes into the respect and care that he has for his opponents that he's fighting right now. Why would an adult go full force fighting their children? As a guy who's been an adult for a while now, I'm kind of old, I've had to take care of, and by proxy, fight children. Alright? They're very violent when they feel like it. But I'm not gonna swing out on a child. I'm not gonna swing at all. I'm gonna walk. 9 out of 10 times, unless they're like literally late teenagers, most children couldn't even dream of doing anything. And I think that's kind of how Soga's viewing it right now. In Chihiro's case, he's like, that's literally a baby. That's my baby, kind of sort of. That's my neph. And Samura might as well be a child in terms of his prowess, in terms of his ability relative to Soga. So, yeah, of course he's Sandbagging. It makes sense. It adds to the character. But it looks like Samura's healing of Chihiro is coming at the cost of his own healing. Samura, heal yourself! Let's see. Samura is already at his limit, just trying to maintain the status quo. On top of that, he applies only the barest minimum of Suzaku to himself. Instead, he's using its powers to heal Chihiro. You're headed inexorably toward death. I'm sorry, I keep changing Soga's voice because I still can't. I didn't do my research, bro. I need to get the Madara voice down. Wake up to reality. What adult would go full force when fighting mere children? I mean, I'll try to stick around that range. It doesn't. The thing is, it doesn't fit him. I don't know. His face, like his design itself, doesn't feel like it fits that voice because it feels like it's deeper in the register. At the same time, I think my impression of the Madara voice is actually a little bit deeper than what the actual Madara voice actor does. He just has he has a nice rumble and cadence to his voice that I just can't replicate, even though I've listened to a bunch of Madara clips. Let's see. What adult would go mere force when fighting mere children? You're headed inexorably toward death. That's a big word for Elmo. Let's see. I'm making a wager. We weren't able to stand on the same field as you. And currently, like, I know you're gambling on the future, Samura, but like, Brody, get out. Like, unironically, speaking of gambling, speaking of wagers, Sun calls value. Chihiro's not ready. You're not ready. You don't have enough resources. I've seen a lot of people, and even, hey, I was people, being like, hey, where's Hiyuki? Hiyuki would not help. No one would help. No one's strong enough right now. We need to leave. Or Yura needs to wait. Something needs to happen. Something needs to happen. Let's see. Stand in the same field as you. The N10's ability can dispel the Magatsumi's life-draining power. Because the N10 was forged to counter the Maladiction. It is the only sword capable of taking on the Magatsumi. Okay. Okay. So technically, Samura should be... But the thing is, though, is how localized is that, right? It seems it may only directly affect Chihiro, the wielder of the N10. Because Samura is still clearly under the effects of the Maladiction. Or not the Maladiction, of the Magatsumi's life drain. Let's see. It is the only sword capable of taking on the Magatsumi. In an arena dominated by the Shinichi, he's the only one. So that's the thing. It's not, even if it does counter it, in comparison to the Magatsumi's, like, AoE life drain, Chihiro may have, like, a 2-centimeter bubble around him that stops the life drain. But that doesn't matter, because he's still gonna get... Let's see. An area dominated by the Shinichi, he is the only one who dances freely. Ooh. Oh, let's see. It's time to fulfill my mission. No, it's not. No, it's not. Chihiro, no, it's not. It is so... You know what? This is how you know that Kagurabachi has good, solid, meaty character and narrative writing. You put me in almost any other series I review, kind of, sort of, or even other series I just read or have read and don't review or have ended, or like, just put me in a different position, and I'm like, oh well, he'll figure out a way to clutch this up. Yeah, absolutely. The way Hokuzono Sensei has written the story so far, I am so heavily convinced that Chihiro's about to get fried. Like, there's not even a doubt in my mind that he's cooked. Deep fried. Battered. Like, he's gonna be delicious, bro. Like, legit, I don't... And for me to have that much faith in Hokuzono's writing to be like, he's gonna be fried, but the narrative's not gonna... Like, that's good stuff. Let's see. It's time to fulfill my mission. He's putting Soga in the blender? I don't think this is gonna work, but let's see. Oh. The crazy thing is, though, look at Soga's face. like, despite immediately getting put in the blender, even here, he doesn't... I'm not gonna say he doesn't seem impressed, but no, I think it is. I think he doesn't seem impressed. He's like, okay. It is very going back to the whole idea of full adult versus children. I've noticed, and even I remember when I was younger, there was for some reason there's this idea in my head that, oh well, I'm small, I'm fast, I'm nimble, I should be able to keep up, I should be able to do crazy things. Specifically, I remember, but the thing is, I don't think I ever, like, attacked anybody with a stick. I was very much I lunge at you with my little non-existent claws and stuff like that. But I still remember one time when I was watching a couple of my baby cousins, they all tried to gank me. They, like, all picked up sticks, as it was the cookout, we're all in the backyard, they all picked up sticks, and all tried to beat me up. Now, naturally, I'm not Soga. I did not respond, presumably he's responding in, like, slashing every single N10 slice and just negating it all. But, like, very specifically, I just let them hit me. A lot of them broke their sticks. Didn't mean anything. I specifically grabbed one of the sticks, and they had such strong grip strength. They were like 5 at the time. It's such strong grip strength. Then when I grabbed the stick in one hand and then they had the most firm one, so they grabbed both, and I just lifted them up. And I think that's kind of what's happening here. Admittedly, I was laughing at them because I was like, really, who do you think I am? But Soga in that level of disinterest and just being like, okay, you can do something. It's not enough though. Let's see. Maybe I'm speaking too quick. No, but look at that. Immediately, even though he's getting schmixed, how many goldfish are around him? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 separate CHIIHIROs, and Soga reacts to them all. No issue. None at all. Let's see. Even after facing Samura at his best, the Swordmaster is completely unscathed. His reaction speed is completely off the charts. And you think you can win. And like, that's the thing. I don't know. I get the whole idea of your mission, your ideology, what you need to do with this boat. But, like, CHIIHIRO, you're not ready. You're not ready, bro. Potato chip, you're gonna get flat. Like, if you, like, CHIIHIRO, do you really think you're better than Samura? That's like, that is the question. It's the idea of, like, it's like when you see someone who's already better at the thing you do get thrashed. What, like, outside of, oh, but the experience, though, why would you run it with them? I've been in those scenarios before. I'm like, there are better ways to spend my time. But hey, you know, CHIIHIRO, he's in a different kind of situation. So let's see. His reaction speed is completely off the charts. And you think you got that, CHIIHIRO? And you think you got that? Let's see. He's reading them too. Look, let's see. Oh shoot. But you know what though? I do give respect to Soga being like, okay, couldn't hold you a spider. What happens? Like at this point, Soga really is testing his nephew. He's like, okay. You got that. I respect it. But, like, what if I actually attack you? Because you were able to resist it when I held you in place. What about this? Let's see. Oh, God. Boom. But, yeah. All right. So, even though the Enten is hardline built to counter the Shinichi, it's not even a perfect counter. Like, clearly, CHIIHIRO was at least able to react to Dragonfly somewhat. But he was still knocked back. The knockback was still in effect, so it doesn't... It's like a resistance, not an immunity. For any of my Pokemon players out there. And the only reason I'm so focused on Pokemon right now, I've gotten back onto a showdown kick. I started playing doubles OU. I picked up a certain team, bro, where I essentially be launching dual hollow purples at people. Unlimited hollows over and over and over again. Using Chiyu, plus Torkoal, plus Terrifier, plus Choice Specs, plus Heat Wave, plus double Heat Wave from Torkoal. I'd be going crazy. But watch me run into a Heatran and suddenly it doesn't matter because of Flash Fire. In the same case for this here, right? Essentially, I thought for a moment there that Enten was going to reduce this down to a matchup thing where, oh no, none of Akimoto's stab, aka the Shinichi or Magatsumi works, but he still has his non-stab attacks, which is, you know, his actual stab attacks, which would still dominate CHIIHIRO. But no, even with the Enten's hard counter, it's at best to resist. Maybe a quad resist, but it's looking more like a dual resist right now, considering the knockback. Let's see. A defensive... What adult will go full force when fighting mere children? A defensive technique. Oh, I'm assuming I'm so used to I'm thinking this is narrator. Akka allows CHIIHIRO to absorb the foe's powers and wield them as his own. Through that process, he discovers how they function. Ah, okay. So that technically... He ate that one intentionally. So maybe it is still an immunity, but... Well, no, it's not an immunity, clearly. But still, he intentionally used Akka in order to see if he could copy Dragonfly. Let's see. Apparently, the Magatsumi's power isn't complex. It activates by channeling black energy into various forms. What? I was already about to comment on... Wait, so Rand's literally just in creative mode? He truly is... Those forms are infinite number. I ain't gonna lie to you, Chief. I'm not gonna lie to you, Potato Chip. We are inching dangerously close to we shouldn't beat this guy. If we are there, we are inching dangerously close to there's no reason this guy should lose ever. There's no Like we should lose now. The narrative needs to end now. What do you mean he has infinite forms? So he's legit doing the insect thing for the culture. He's doing it for the culture. He's like, oh yeah, dragonfly, centipede, all this stuff. He's doing it for the culture. There's no spider. He's doing all of that solely for the culture. If they're truly infinite, he can just manipulate this black energy. Why? Let's see. Even with dragonfly, which requires merely an interval, it's a force so intense that Akka can't fully absorb it. Ah, okay. So it is a resistance. It is truly a resistance. It's almost like going back to my current OU double team example. If it's not Heatran, because that would be an entire immunity. Akka is an entire immunity. But it is like, it's like Screens Are Up or Aurora Veil, where I can ultimately Soga's hitting so hard that all CHIIHIRO can do is soften the damage with what should be the hard counter. It's like, for example, the team or the Pokemon I'm referencing is so dumb, stupid strong for a variety of factors, right? It gets the stab boost, which is a 1.5 times. It already has dumb high special attack. I think it's like 135 special attack. Then it gets the stab boost. Then Heat Wave is a 90 base power move. Then that gets boosted 1.5 times by Sun. Gets boosted 1.5 times again by the special attack boosting Choice Specs, which gets boosted again. But wait, it's Sun, it's Stab, double Stab because Terra. So that's 2 times the power already. So Heat Wave gets doubled to 180. And then boosted again with the Sun, which is 1.5 on top of that. So it gets boosted again. Then what's the third thing? I'm missing something. It's the double stab plus Choice Specs plus Sun. It's basically 90 times 4. It's a 360 base power move and gets split across 2 targets. So occasionally, if someone sends out like a quad resist, they can live, right? I've thunked into like Walking Wakes, which is a water dragon, double resists. Still almost dies though. Like still, if Walking Wake didn't outspeed me 9 out of 10 times as long as it's running timid, it would just die to the next Heat Wave that it swapped into. And that's the same issue with CHIIHIRO here. He has a really good resist, but it's just not enough. He's legit so strong. The resistances of the N10 are not enough. CHIIHIRO would need to raise more levels before you could actually turn the resistance into an immunity. Let's see. Oh, so wait, this is in CHIIHIRO's mind. Let's see. Probably that last Suzaku was right at the limit. If I sustain another critical wound, it's over. Which is why you should dip. Or like Cordially dip. I don't know, man. Leave. You know you're not built for this. Let's see. Okay, I'm not sure who's there. I'm going to assume this is CHIIHIRO. It seems that the Magatsumi's fundamental irregularities could be dispelled, but when its power is condensed into shockwaves and slashing attacks, that doesn't seem to hold true. But you know what though? I do like that even in the, and this is mad credit to CHIIHIRO, even in the insanity that is his uncle, he's still like breaking things down logically. Even though this is literally a battle with his life on the line, this is an entire mission laid before him, clearer than he's ever seen it before. He's not getting so consumed by that he can't rationalize and begin to understand everything. But I think it is very important. It is important to have that balance, which CHIIHIRO clearly has. Let's see. In which case, what's happening is, I can't tell. Is this meant to be the narrator or is this meant to be CHIIHIRO? Whatever. We're going to say with CHIIHIRO's voice. What's happening is, unlike the N10's Kuro, which fires a slashing attack, we can't keep doing this. Okay, now it's over. Now, funnily enough, for the longest time, I've seen a bunch of like Kagurabachi versus JJK videos, because JJK is like the verse that like if you're gonna like straight throw something up in terms of like, hey, I need a relatively popular verse that's not too powerful that I can like throw characters against, but they have like 1 or 2 extremely powerful characters that are relevant. So when I say X character loses to X character, it's impressive, right? Who made it? Was it No-Op? It may have been No-Op, but I think I've seen a couple, like Samura versus JJK, CHIIHIRO versus JJK. Like I've seen a bunch of Kagurabachi videos, to hype Kagurabachi appropriately, but I've always been hesitant, right? Because I haven't, despite me rereading Kagurabachi twice. Maybe once. It may only be once, I think about it. But despite rereading Kagurabachi, I haven't necessarily looked at it in the scaling sense as much as I probably should have, considering it is a heavily combat-based verse. Especially in the cross-verse sense. So I never was really, like, aligned with it. Especially in the JJK context, it was like, well, Gojo just diffs, right? Okay, cool. You somehow get Samura to blitz Sugana. I still don't know how that works. I think there's something lightning interaction. Like, there's something, it's like, upscaling from Chihiro's reaction to May, I think? It's Chihiro's reaction to May boosted, or just like straight up the May from Soga in the early series, and you just upscale from there. So I think the argument to go something, Samura's sword decapitates like Sukuna and everybody else, but I think he hard stopped to go. I never actually watched the video. I was saving that for a reaction channel. But there's something along those lines. But now, Soga just clears. What do you mean it cuts through space itself? What do you mean? It's over. He literally just has world cutting slash. He just has that as a regular, as a, no cooldown. Well, to be fair, Dragonfly doesn't have a cooldown. That's it. It's over. It's free. JDK is fried. I gotta make videos now. Hold on. Let's see. It slashes through space itself. As a result, there's almost no lag after he swings the blade, which is crazy. But you know what? The fact that there's almost no lag, but not no lag at all, means it does still travel. So like, it's like, how do I put this? It's like if there was a delete button, but instead of like deleting, it's that slight bit of delay when you press a key on a keyboard and it actually comes through. It's slight latency. So there is at least some sort of travel. So as long as someone can perceive a spatial slash, they could theoretically react to it, but they clearly are blocking it. Well, let's say if his attack is even a millimeter off when it moves to the mid, yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, it still moves. There's almost no lag, but there still is some. So Soga would have to be in Gojo's face to swing. Let's say if his attack is even a millimeter off when it moves through the mid to long range, the gap grows, making it extremely hard to read. Ah, okay. So that's interesting. So the impact of the swing of the blade, it does extend. So if you're right, so essentially, if I'm reading this right, if you're right in front of Soga and he slashes, and the slash completes his intended target, right, it will cut you in half. But say there's something behind you that may not be cut. It's on some like One Piece type beat where swordsman only cuts what they want to cut. But if you're all the way over here and Soga's attacking from back here, the broad stroke of the attack would not just cut you, who's obviously being targeted, but the entire section. That's what happened with Samura when that building got sliced in half. It's because Samura was so far away, when Soga swung the blade, everything became the target. Okay, let's see. Its slashes are impossible to evade. It even took down Samura. Yep. Let's see. And you want to run smoke? Let's see. Butterfly. See, I keep changing his voice. Butterfly. All right, let's see. This is so clean, though. This is so clean. Oh. All right. Oh, so no, it's not even Dragonfly. It's Butterfly. Butterfly as the spatial, and that doesn't have a cooldown. I don't think Butterfly is established to have a cooldown. So that's it. It's wraps. JK's the whole verse is fried. Let's see. From the moment he swings the blade, the time it takes to slash to race. Yeah, to race. So it still does move. The time. So you would need to wait, unless I have to double check the scaling. If that May thing is like calculable, and like you go with massively hypersonic Kagurabachi, which hasn't really been contradicted. Like we do have multiple lightning users. Like we have Natsuki, who's also a lightning user, and characters are able to react to him. You could argue though that's like him amping himself with lightning. He may not actually be moving at lightning speed. And you also just have the early series May stuff. Yeah, considering Soga seems to be at least a blitz tier above all those characters, and I say at least, I mean, like he's most likely multiple blitz tiers, especially he's multiple blitz tiers over like early series CHIIHIRO and Soga, and yeah. Wait, am I saying his name right? I feel like Sojo. There we go. Junichi Sojo. I don't know why. I don't know. Now that I have Soga, I'm mixing up their names, but Junichi Sojo, the May user. Sorry, my bad about that. I feel like I've been saying Soga for so long, but Sojo, May stuff. Early series, massively hypersonic, Chihiro's able to react to that. Chihiro's multiple blitz tiers below even his current self at that point. And now, obviously, Akimura's multiple blitz tiers above him. So, yeah, JJK's probably fried. Let's see. The time it takes... And, all that to say, the time it takes for the slash to race through space. Even if it needs to travel, quote-unquote, it's like a world... It's basically a dismantle. It literally is the world-cutting dismantle. It doesn't matter. You're getting cut anyway. Let's see. The time it takes a slash to race through space is so infinitesimal. The word instantaneous fails. So it's that fast. But like still, if Chihiro's able to react to it then. Chihiro upscale? Let's see. When the attack is about to strike, when the air whispers. Oh wait, no. See, that's the thing. Okay, so this is the narrator. Alright. From the moment he swings his blade, the time it takes the slash to race through space is so infinitesimal, the word instantaneous fails to capture it. When the attack is about to strike, when the air whispers, Chihiro's eyes are able to perceive it. the blade's pathway is revealed. Oh, wow. So, Soga's really trying to off CHIIHIRO. Okay. All right. No, I mean, he did say fight to the death. But, all right. CHIIHIRO upskill. If he's actually, is he gonna clank it? Oh. Did he Hold on now. Hold on. Whoa, CHIIHIRO, my boy. I mean, like, I still think you're fried, but it looks like he flat out blitzed the butterfly. Because this is clear, like, I think this is meant to be butterfly cutting through the building. But CHIIHIRO then rushes through, amping himself. But then Soga block. It's so like CHIIHIRO. I'm honestly shocked he's surviving at all. I'm assuming Soga's still sandbagging, but regardless. Woo! Okay, CHIIHIRO. Let's see. Oh, and he actually got a little cut on his okay, yeah. That's all you're getting, isn't it? We're at 14 pages in. Oh no. Oh, I read the plot now. Please, wait, so keep sandbagging, please. Let's see. He reacted to butterfly, to the swordmaster, CHIIHIRO in the Enten, or a real threat. Oh, wait, but did he get cut too? No, that's just the amplification. Let's see. Samura. Oh, is that the same panel? No, it is different. Let's see. And what will you do about the second one, Noki? Pardon me. I see. So it appears you are also a samurai. Oh, no, bro. Shit! He was sandbagging the entire time. He was sandbagging the entire time. You know what, though? I mentioned it prior. It is truly a rite of passage. If you've never been nephewed, little broed, anything and everything, if you've never been done dirty, I think you are missing almost a fundamental aspect of. Did he grab? No. I thought for a moment there, I thought he legit grabbed N10. Maybe he did. Is he meant to be holding N10 here? This almost looks like he's like grasping onto N10, pulling it down, and slashing CHIIHIRO all in the same instant. But I believe everyone needs to be humbled once in their life, physically. Not even just in general, because I feel like everyone always gets humbled at least one point in their life. Even the most like top of the line deific people I know in terms of certain stats, like I've seen them get humbled, or I've heard stories from them about them getting humbled, which has helped them a lot. This is a true core fundamental part of life. You try to fight your full-grown unk while you're not ready, and you get son. Let's see. Oh no. Did he actually? No, that's his right hand. I think he's still barely holding on to N10, but he took another critical wound. Look at that. That slash went right through. I still didn't grasp his unparalleled genius, his untouchable mastery of the sword. That's what I was talking about, right? And that was back when I was under the assumption that N10 was actually like a true proper immunity counter, where like it does not matter. It literally didn't matter how hard of a counter it was. CHIIHIRO still, like, sword-wise, he just wasn't even on the level of Samura. Not to talk of Soga, who's already a level above Samura. Let's see. Some touchable mastery of the sword. Yo, please. Someone get this man some facial... Like, I know I'm one to talk. You might look a little ashy right now. But still, someone get this man some lip balm or something. All that life stealing. Can't get anything on them lips? Jeez. Let's see. All right. No. Dog, did he... That's... Why always when I'm okay. So many... Okay. I'm gonna be real meta with you real quick. I'm gonna break meta like before the wall, whatever. If you've been on the channel for a little bit, specifically in this time period, obviously, like, down the line, future reactions and stuff like that, it's not really gonna matter. So if you're watching this playlist in the future, bada bing, bada boom. But if you're watching this video when it came out, for the past, like, week or so, I did a whole bunch of bulk recording. Patrons and members were getting very well fed because I was like, I'm gonna disappear for a week, I need to take care of something. So, I recorded a whole bunch of videos. I then had to travel. I was locked away. But I kept hearing rumblings. So of course I still had internet connection. So I kept hearing rumblings. And notably, my friends refused to even say anything to me. I always talk about that. Whenever I go away, sometimes my friends who do know I do this content creation thing, they'll give me hints, loose ideas of stuff. And like this, that, and the third. I legit reached out to one of my friends. I was like, hey, how you doing, man? He's like, I can't talk to you right now. And it was like, what? Why? Like what? Like I was like, did something happen in real life? He was like, no, nothing in real life. But I can't talk to you right now. I can't talk to you right now. And I can't wait. And you know what the crazy thing is? He broke the sword by slashing through the sharp end of it. This isn't a case where he clanked on the side of the sword, right? Or like, what's a good example? What's an example? Oh my, I can't. Bro, he broke. This is a little. Yo, this is speaking. I can't go back to the Pokemon example. I forget what match I played. There was some like quad resist, or like it was either a resist or a quad resist that someone sent out against you. It instantly died. I think it must have been a crit or something. Like it should have lived. It instantly died. God immediately forfeit after that. I don't even blame him. He cut through the sharp part. He cut through the sharp part of the blade. Where's one of my kids? Here. I'll grab you. Dog. Wait, no. I won't grab you. It seems to destabilize things too much. Hold on. Brody. But in fact, the crazy thing about this, I think he legit grabbed N10. The reason you want to convince he grabbed N10? Look at the angle where Chihiro's holding it before. This isn't Chihiro even reacting, right? This is Soga, hand on the blade. He threw him, unless I'm reading this wrong. Feel free to correct me if I'm reading this wrong. He threw himself the lob to slice the blade in half. Because Chihiro barely has his left hand gripped on it down here. So what I think, like, the reason I'm saying this, I would say, like, he cut through the sharp part of the blade. He didn't break the side of it. He cut through the sharp part. I legit think Soga he instantly slashes Chihiro's shoulder open, grabs N10 by the blade, flips it, like he legit throws it up so hard that Chihiro's holding it like this. So he, unironically, he was initially, like if Chihiro had kept holding in this position, he may have like ended up slashing this side of the blade, or like at least the sharp end on this point. No, Soga grabs N10, flips it up, has Chihiro holding it like this, and immediately slices it in half. Yeah, dog. It's wraps. It's over. We're done. We're he's not Gyu, bro. He's not. But you know what though? Yo, I'm laughing, not cry. At least it took effort. I think this is the worst vein we've seen popped on Soga so far. There we go. Counter to the Magatsumi. Broken. Well, weren't people calling a reforging? I guess y'all were right. I guess y'all were right. All right, let's see. Broken. All that effort, all that time. Broken. Tonk. Wait, what? No. The heart's on the left. Right. Okay, we're not even gonna, okay. Well, I'll be, hold on. Sorry, I'm losing it. I was just thinking about the meta thing earlier. I always talk about, the craziest things happen whenever I can't record. And like, don't get me wrong. Kagurabachi, nothing but bangers. Everything, nothing but bangers. Like, notice if a series on the channel survived the Great Purge, either it is sunk cost fallacy of doom and despair, or I just genuinely love the series like so much to the point where like I gotta cover it. Like notably, I review what I want to review, how I want to review it when I really like it. Kagurabachi's definitely up there. I feel like it's always when I can't record the most insane things happen. Those that say, I can't even imagine if I didn't have. Worthy, no duh. Okay, 10 out of 10 job. But I'm so happy. But I'm mad because I want to know the me in the older timeline who didn't have to go take care of something, so I could have reacted to this and just been stuck with this for a whole week. But luckily enough, I ain't gotta wait. I'm straight to 109 because my boy Chihiro. Okay, let's go. I can't wait. Let's go. Chapter. Oh yeah, straight to the heart. I'm not sure he's gonna make it out of this one. Yikes. 109. Oh. Well, I guess his contract with N10's broken at least. He's probably gonna die. Let's see. And what will you do about the second one? And there goes your divine protection. Even Mr. Samura Suzaku is ineffective in the face of the Magatsumi. Yeah. I mean, like, presumably. Like, I don't, well, to be fair, in, like, the way I'm assuming Shiro's gonna survive this, if it isn't, like, a Samura clutch-up, the way I assume Shiro's gonna survive this is that he's going to use whatever remains of Suzaku and I still love how he's respectful, right? He still calls him Mr. Samura, because he's older, but I'm assuming the way Shiro's gonna survive this is either one, like, it's probably going to be something with the remnants of Suzaku that's stored within N10, right? Because we know, even when broken, Enchanted Blade can still be used to some degree. This is literally the exact same point that Cloud Gouger was broken at, right? Or this is, like, they're literally the exact same size. I'm assuming Soga just doesn't know that, because he never thought the Enchanted Blades could be destroyed. So Chihiro's probably going to make it out of this, but at least in terms of this battle, I think the early boss battle's over. I think he ran into the final boss too early, and he's fried for it, dog. He's fried for it. Let's see. In the face of the Magatsumi. You. Wait. Why is it? Well, hold on. Why? Whoa. I was just. Brody, what? I was literally just talking. Why is it dissipating? Is it, is the Magatsumi eating the N10? Is that a thing? Can it just do that? You and your enchanted blade have nothing before you but death. I mean, like, he's got... Let me see. I pity you, Chihiro. Your time with Kunishige Rokuhira has cursed you with such a fleeting destiny. Okay. While I am horrifically concerned about N10 literally breaking down, like, okay... I'm huffing copium mid-chapter, bro. The chapter's just done. To huff my copium, straight gallons of the stuff. I'm gonna huff it real quick. I'm assuming the N10 is breaking to save Chihiro, right? Or not breaking, because we know why the N10 is breaking. Oh, we know why the N10 is breaking. But I'm assuming the N10 is literally dissipating to, like, do a direct, like, something's happening True Realm-wise. I don't, like, as crazy as legendary as next level as Hokuzono Sensei has been with these aversions, the twists, he's, so far at least, yet to slaughter a major named character that's not an antagonist. So, as wild, as nutty as Hokuzono Sensei is, I don't see them booming Chihiro, right? Like, that's just, I think that'd be too far even for them, which may sound crazy to say in this moment in particular, but, like, let me just soak in all the copium I can huff. But with that being the case, I'm assuming the reason the blade is fading immediately is either one of two things. Either the blade is directly exchanging itself for, like, Chihiro's heart, like, it's a last-minute defense of the blade when encountered with the Magatsumi too early, and it'll, like, fade into him. Because, like, ultimately, the whole idea of the reforging arc was that he was gonna, like, reforge or, like, super buff N10, but if N10 fades away, obviously he can't rebuff it. Or the Magatsumi's literally eating it. Like, we know the Enchanted Blades are somewhat Keyblade-esque in terms of, like, they align with their masters, they merge with them, the True Realm. And it may be the case where, like, the Magatsumi is parasitic to everything that has a will, that is alive. So now that the N10 can no longer defend itself because it's broken, it is literally being devoured by the Magatsumi. But then again, it looks like Chihiro's body isn't, so I don't know, we'll see. But once again, the reason, I keep saying once again, furthermore, two things about Soga's characterization. One, Mr. Samura, I mentioned that already. And two, he one-taps Chihiro, he diffs him, he slices his shoulder open, he stabs him in the heart, and he lays him down gently. He's like, I didn't want to do this, but you proved yourself a samurai. You asked for this, Neff. So, I'm gonna do it to you, but I'm not, he doesn't do him dirty, right? He lays him down gently on the floating rubble and is like, He literally, in more words, he pulled a Happy Mass Salesman. What a terrible fate. Like that's legit what he pulled out on Chihiro right here. And A terrible fate indeed, man. A terrible fate indeed. All right, let's see. Oh, and once again, he immediately moves on. He's like, lay down my nephew. Done with him. Hey, Samura, you're trying to heal him? Let's see. Now we see the evidence that Kunishige Rokuhira had lost his mastery. To destroy the enchanted blades, his rusty old ideas in those cushy post-war years dulled his skill, and this katana is the result. Yeah, I think it's strange. I don't remember Cloud Gouger breaking down like this. There must be either the Magatsumi is literally eating it, or is exchanging itself directly, like on some real True Realm type beat. Like somehow Chihiro's going to survive because of. Funny enough, now I think about it, I would not be shocked if this is very akin to, like, I'm not expecting it to be like a direct one-to-one to Bleach in terms of like Chihiro gets a massive power, but then he fights Soga. Like, I don't think that's gonna happen. But what I do think is going to happen here is maybe something similar to Mugetsu, where Chihiro, in exchange for never being able to use the N10 again because it's fading, he becomes one with the blade. Like, the True Realm and he himself perfectly merges together to survive, but, like, he can't fight. Like, there's no way he's gonna keep fighting now. Like, it's over. But let's see. Though that is interesting. It is very interesting that Soga looks at the failure of Chihiro in N10 as, like, it's his dad's fault. And in a way, I get why he directs the blame to his father. To Kunishige, to his most trusted ally. To the person who forged the Magatsumi for him. Because, once again, like in many good shonen, each battle is a battle of ideals. And Chihiro ultimately, and each Chihiro in the N10 is the culmination of Kunishige Rokuhiro's post-war ideals. At least for right now, because I think ultimately Chihiro will get a lick back. At least for right now, Kunishige's ideals lost. He failed. His son is dying, for all intents and purposes, as far as we know. Literally poked through the heart, and it's too late. And now all he has is to look over the remains. So yeah, of course, in Soga's one-track mind, yeah. Kunishige was wrong on every level. Sealing away the enchanted blades and even making a new one to destroy them. It simply wasn't enough. Let's see. And this katana is the result. Mr. Samura, you lose. You bet on a dud. And that... It is dehumanizing to see Soga talk about Chihiro like that. But it makes sense for the character. And obviously, Soga, in a way, throughout these past couple chapters, has truly been showing so much love. What is that? Has been showing so much love and care for Chihiro that it makes sense that now that he's done it, now that he is essentially, he gave Chihiro so many chances to stop, right? He gave Chihiro so many chances to give up, join his side, stop it. You know you're not built for this kid. And Chihiro denied. And he presented himself like he mentioned last chapter. He proved himself a samurai. A man willing to stake his life, everything on his ideals. So Soga met him equally. And in that moment, Soga immediately, he's just like, no, you're not enough. And in a world like this, which is obviously clearly heavily defined by power and who has it, yeah, of course Soga looks at this, sees the failure and is like, it's not enough. It's not good enough. It never will be. That's it. Let's see. You lose. You bet on a dud. And I will fulfill my purpose. What is this now? I know that's imminent. What is this? What is that? What is that? Let's see. Below us is Kabonami headquarters. I'm sorry, I keep changing his voice. I have a mission to fulfill. B. Oh, interesting though. He is so. I wonder. Now this is a genuine question. First, with the vein popping up last chapter for destroying N10, and this vein popping up here. Do you think this is like a direct equivalency? Like ultimately, do you think Soga, even if he wasn't his original body, would be struggling like this, or at least have like the blood pressure popping up or rising? Or do you think this is a byproduct of him being in Yuro's body specifically, and Yuro's body not being made to handle even still, his body not being able to handle the Magatsumi, and this is a sign that like Yuro slowly but surely is gonna have to take the body back soon, or that Akimura can't keep this current body for as long as he wants because it's gonna break down. I don't know. I'm hoping for the latter because I need some copium. Let's see. But okay, so that's B. Makes sense. The patterns match. Hakuri, no. Like there's no way we're gonna boom Hakuri though. He'll be fine. Hokuto, run, Hokuto. Jeez. Blitz, once again, it doesn't even look like he's walking anywhere. He truly is just, he truly is at this point a force of nature. He's very much like the wind, in a way. On some true, genuine Sonic the Hedgehog type beat, where you can't see him. You can't stop him, and he simply passes through you. How do you stop the wind? As a person, right? You may be able to build as many walls and protections as you want, but a tornado will tear everything down. And that's what Akimura Soga is. He's a tornado. Just devastating everything. Just absolutely annihilated this guy. No hope of defeating him. Yeah. Let's see. Up. Okay, so Shiba got Hakuriyat. You need to go get CHIIHIRO now! No! And Samura. No! Ellipses. Whoa! Hey, Mr. Shiba! Finally found you! Oh, so he's been teleporting. He was just looking for Akuri. You couldn't tell from the distance and probably the barrier. It's the Swordmaster. If he's there, that means everyone's dead. Yeah. Everyone's dead or down. Shiba knows. Let's see. CHIIHIRO. What happened to both of them? Shiba, my boy. I think it's too late, Grody. I think it's too late. Go find the body. You better get a CHIIHIRO quick. Unless my true world thing is true. He's fried. Moments ago, Hakuri and the others were at the force field's core, more than 300 meters underground. So, almost half a kilometer. Let's see. Oh! I thought he just used it as a teleport. No, he literally bored into the ground. What? Does this cut through space too? Let's see. The Magatsumi's B is a concentrated piercing force channeled into a single point. Okay. So that's why. So it's like a big old spring. There's nowhere it channels around, right? It channels around the edge of the Magatsumi, or the edge of the hilt. So then it essentially acts as a spring, just launches down. Though seemingly, despite being concentrated at a single point, it's clear that the circumference of this hole, it does act as a ring. So, if it doesn't rotate, it does just force itself down all the way, not just at the tip, or else the hole wouldn't be this big. Let's see. Its unrelenting tip bored into the ground. Hey, yo! Let's see. Yep, just massive hole in this guy. Though, admittedly, the hole does look a lot smaller than it does on the outside. Hey, Yura? Hokuto, that is not your Hokuto, that is not. Interesting though. I wonder if that means, once again, this raises a question about the whole possession thing. For Hokuto to even be remotely confused about that, you think he feels like Yura? I feel like that'd be even more it'd be even more unsettling if he did, right? I'm trying to think of a good equivalent scenario. Imagine you hear someone you know's voice, but you turn and it's not them. That's essentially what I think it is, right? If he's relying on, sixth senses that get him all confused with Yura. I do genuinely wonder, or maybe he's saying Yura isn't Yura, what happened to him? Maybe that's it. Because, if not, it literally is him being confused because he still feels like Yura despite being so good at this point. But this is interesting. I do want to see how he reacts to the Hishaku. Let's say. So you're an organization. I don't even know the owner of this body very well. I'll worry about you guys later. Okay. So for now, we may unironically get a full... It really depends. I don't know. I feel like Akimura is a man of his word. He's likely just going to go free his main body, though. If Yura is now in Soga's old body in that chamber, I'm assuming ultimately he's going to go free that body and then be like, thank you for letting me mine. Or thank you for letting me yours. You can have it back. He gets his body back. He takes the Magatsumi and he just flies off. No reason not to. No reason not. He can div it. Let's see. And once again, he's so oddly, he's not rude in any way. Or, the taking lives thing. But he's not rude in any way. He's like, Mr. Izaro. It's very cordial. It's very respectful. It just feels so weird from the character. Not even weird for the character. It feels weird for the character's narrative positioning. That's what it feels weird for. Let's see. Oh, I don't believe you were all unanimously in support 18 years ago when Kunishige Rokuhira sealed away the enchanted blades. I want the names of the ones who were in support. So that's why he spared his life. He's like, give me the deeds or die, essentially. Which I suppose is probably going to lead to Misery's giving up the deeds. Maybe? We'll see. Yo, honestly, relatively calm reaction for losing both of your hands. I was like, and what will you do with that information? Just watch. He's gonna slow the and like, I don't know, man. Am I the only person who believes that might doesn't make right? Like, I don't think the strongest being there is should have free will and control over everyone else, and everyone else is just to bow. But in this universe specifically, it's not like, I always say this: the strongest person you know can always be hurt by the weakest person you know. It's just a law of like nature, right? Every human is relative. There are some like larger scale creatures that we as humans probably couldn't even hope to tickle without extreme rare circumstances. Like obviously against elephants, against blue whales, against like rhinos, like these massive, thick-hided, top-tier creatures that can survive bites from all kinds of other top-tier predators. Like obviously they'd be unfazed. But humans are always relative. As much as I do clown on my baby cousins all the time for attempting to fight me, they still could hurt me if they get me in the right spot. I just don't see Soga like that. He's not even there to be hit. He's there to execute, and that's what he's probably gonna do. Let's see. If I join the fight, will I only cause more deaths? You probably need to get in there and start teleporting people out. Let's see. Even Samura Suzaku didn't do anything. We're talking about a monster who was unstoppable, even against the other 5 enchanted blade bearers. So so it is true. That makes sense. He did always know. Let's see. Hakuri, do you have your strength back? Yes! You sure about that, Hakuri? Let's see. Hakuri's okay. We can still retrieve the other 2 enchanted blades. But that's not enough. Like, unless these last 2 blade bearers are actually the secret, super crazy top tier strongest, it's not enough. You would genuinely need all 5, plus Flaybone, plus the entire Ishaku, plus every top tier sorcerer, and you need to somehow coordinate them all perfectly in order to even stand a chance against them. I'm at this point, I don't know how this guy's going to lose without Chihiro getting like a Giga Mega Crazy Super Omega top of the line Omni Amp. Like, there's no way he lives. I was like, gotta pull back for a moment and regroup. We need to evacuate as many people as we can from headquarters, who stand a chance of letting a blow against him in the future. But do any of them? Do any of them even stand a chance? I genuinely don't think so. He's too far above. Remember, just a regular enchanted blade user is supposedly stronger than like every single sorcerer on call. So like, what are they really gonna do? What are they really gonna do against Soga, bro? I don't think anything. We'll see. Up. Chihiro's laid out. Yeah, he's holding his heart though, and his leg is still up, so he's still alive seemingly. And Samura's buried under rubble. Let's see. As many people. Wait, hold on. As many people as possible. Okay. Okay, there's darkness. Is he just, oh, well, no, that's still just the bee hole. So, what's he gonna do? Is this another translation thing, or is he actually popping ult? Because he said malediction before, and that was just a mistranslation. Is he actually, like, is he for real popping ult now? Yeah, like, he's popping ult now? I mean, I guess no reason not to. Darn. But I guess he's already even given the names, or is he like, fine, you're not going to tell me, I'll just wipe everybody. Someone's going to know. I'll take my time. Like, no, that's the thing. Right now, Soga thankfully doesn't really have a time limit, because then he just wakes up. In his own body, he just wakes up. And especially not here, it's not like Yura gave him a time limit, he gave him everything, so. I don't know. Let's see. Maladiction. Maladiction accelerates as it consumes the life force in a surrounding area. Okay, so seemingly enough, it is malediction, because the flower's growing. We've seen the flowers grow before without malediction, but still. Let's see. I'll purge the Kabonami and place it under my control. With the malediction, I will lead this country. You know what this reminds me of? Unironically. It's really the way he says it, right? With the malediction at my control. He is a fully realized, well, not entirely, almost on his own. He's a fully realized, entirely capable. Right? What was I just saying? He's a fully realized, highly capable what? Fully realized how he came. What? Oh no. Place Kabonami under my control with the malediction. He fully realized not well taken care of, but he's a fully realized Pain, essentially. He got to the end goal that Pain wanted, but never did. The idea of having all 9 Biju and that being a catalog for no more armies thing, no more wars, that is the same thing, except instead of fire, it's just Soga himself, right? He's like, I'll lead the country, I'll take care of everything, there's nothing anyone can do to stop me because I'm the strongest, I will purge the Kabonami, and I will restart because clearly y'all are just all bums. What's it? The flower's growing much more intensely. So that's the old dude, Ro? No, I'm not sure. No, because Ro's the little ninja guy. But plants are growing from him. Plants are growing from big guy? I don't know. Oh, wait, no. Oh, no, wait, no. See, this is what happens when I look at it. Angle Ro, that's my baby! Wait. Well, interesting. They spared him. Or at least seemingly Yura spared him. So he must know that he's a co-conspirator. But no! We already lost you once, not again! Asami, you got one cool fight only to get dipped. No! The way to stop the Swordmaster is Mr. Shiba. Oh, yeah, and it keeps breaking down. Yeah, I do wonder why it is disintegrating, though. I genuinely don't know. Let's see. You lost. You bet on a dud. You're wrong. In this moment, I wouldn't say so. Not in this moment, Samura. In this moment, he's up. He's up. He's up and he up. But let's see. You're wrong. Hey, what about this one with the 3 colors? Oh, it's supposed to, be super awesome. Yeah, you're full of it. Chapter 67. Wait, what? Let's see. You're full of it. Wait, hold on. See, I'll admit, a little bit of eepiness has kicked in. I ate. Let's see. What about this one with the 3 colors? It's supposed to be, super awesome. You're full of it. Then he goes on to make dinner. And then the blade just keeps disappearing. And he's wow, Chihiro's legit crying tears now. Let's see. You're wrong. Everything that led Chihiro here made him sparkle. Did he sparkle bright enough, though? I don't think so. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't think he sparkled bright enough, Samura. I don't think he sparkled bright enough. Let's see. That sparkle proves that he wasn't a dud. For right now, though, he's kind of a dud. I ain't gonna lie to you. Magatsumi Slayer himself, huh? Getting low diffed. Even while hard countering. They weren't duds. The N10 and Chihiro. This light will continue to shine on many. Samura. What are you doing, Samura? We can't let it end here. Oh, interesting. So he's using... Okay. That's weird, though. I do wonder why N10 was disintegrating. Or no. Yeah, N10 was disintegrating while Final Fantasy just doesn't. I don't know. Very strange. But, let's see. He heals N10. Mr. Samura! No! Okay, so yeah, he still is alive. Burning up life and wielding it. A power beyond all limits. Oh? Are those black flame? If only they just keep making. They're gonna kill Samura, aren't they? They're now. If this is Samura's fault, man, I don't like it. I'd rather he be around to suffer for his narrative consequences. But I mean, if he had to go out any sort of way, guess there's no better way. Let's see. If you want to Tobimune in Yori's hands, looks like y'all may be getting it. Let's see. Are you going to stop struggling forever? Or no, how dare you? We're going to struggle forever. Let's see. He speaks. Oh shoot! Straight aura? Alright. But yeah, he's definitely gonna die. There's unless someone third parties and steals him out, there's no way that someone doesn't die here. Let's see. Oh, there we go. I can read out the chapter title. Chapter title 109, Tobimune versus Magatsumi. Yes. Because I bet on the future. Man. You ever read something so peak it makes you want to cry inside? a W chapter. Obviously, I do like last chapter a bit more than this chapter, but setting up what seems to be Samura Sacrifice, goated. Seeing Hakuri finally get out, goated. Seeing a new application of the Magatsumi, goated. Seeing Shiba again, goated. Seeing CHIIHIRO lock in only to get absolutely locked out. Unfortunate, but loaded, and I do really like it because it's a good thing. But overall, these chapters are just so gas. They're so gas. If you made all the way to the end of this video, please do me a favor and leave the blades that bind. I'd say the binding blade, but I want to say that for another one. Leave the blades that bind in the comment section down below. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you want to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe, make sure that little notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, you can have a page down below. You support me for as well as one. Get them on no monthly things, exclusive videos, early content, and more. You also now become a member of the channel for as well as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. So those perks include early live reactions to every series and review, ad variations of all my videos, early ad-free access to all my videos, and exclusive videos just for the channel itself. On top of that, I do have a link to my Twitch in the description down below. There I got the controller, which every Friday, 8 p.m. EST. Come roll through. We have a fantastic time. On top of that, I do have a link to my second channel that I got the reaction link in the description down below, where I drop 1 hour to 2 hour long reaction videos every single Saturday, 1 p.m. EST. So overall, there's a whole bunch of things in the description if you want to check them out. But now I want to thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That Got the Pencil, writing off. I'd like to thank you to our sketch tier members: Eternal Flame, Redwolf 4765, Astro, Glacier XZ, Zera, J2MA, Gyomi, Buddha Ura, Yuki Ally, Grim, Ollie, The Boy, Corey Watson, Damon Brown, Magic, CCC, Dino, Hector Gonzalez, Tim Thomas, Kilving, Julian Perez, RXN, Nevis97, Logan Guzman, Dead Meme, Keon Stewart, Donovan McIntosh, Sino King, Hamza Idrisi, BNA DNA, Edwin Ingbignoba, Straw, Athenzi Shear, and Tavius Mitchell, Azo2404, Superflame Zero, Weary Exile, Window Life, Alex Kenny, Victor Jacobs, Todd, The Practical One, Landon Clapwick, Heath Nelson, CAET, Funny Dude, Jagoda, Plant Crone, Striker Man, Brandon Payne, Black Sage, Multi-Batman Superman, Ramondo Furin, Zalim, Enzo, Union Eye, and I Metatron. Then, lady, thank you to Artline Art Tier patrons: A+A, Kevin Encarnacion, Sean, Dread Zoen, Midnight Lord 21, and Karina Hernandez. Then, lady, thank you to our Ink Tier members: King RTX and Shrimpo the 4th Shrimp 06, along with Zom. And then, lady, thank you to our Digital Art Tier members: J Warrior, AZ Void, and Valden Nissen. Then, lady, the final thick juicy thank you to our Colored Art Tier patrons: Walking Munoz and Joaquin Munoz.